I'm Jennifer Angel. This is your horoscope overview for the month of July, Leo. There's a lot happening this month, and some of it is directly in your sign. So there's quite a bit of excitement happening as well for you this month. So first of all, let's have a look at what is actually happening in your sign, which is, as I said, quite a bit. First of all, on the 16th, Jupiter is going to move into your sign. Hey, this is pretty fabulous because Jupiter is the planet of abundance and expansion. It's known as the lucky planet, also of knowledge and, gathering of knowledge and growth. So it's going to stay in your sign for a 13-month period. It takes approximately a year to transit through to each sign. So you want to make the most of this and really make sure you're organized. Spend the first couple of weeks of the month getting organized, and try the first week of the month. First of all, Mercury comes out of retrograde. It is still in that storm period, so it's quite disruptive still for the first week. So particularly for that week, you want to make sure that you get organized. Do all the planning, research. It's still a better time, first week of the month, to get organized and get things in place rather than put them into place. When we get into that second week, and I know that life doesn't stop just because Mercury is retrograde, so if you have to go ahead and put things into action before then go right ahead. Just make sure that you take a little bit of extra care reading through everything. Read the fine print. Ask someone else to cast their critical eye over whatever's going on, and just cover your bases. All right, so on the 23rd, the sun is going to move in, and so that'll be happy birthday to Leos. And the sun, of course, this is a fabulous time because it really was, once the sun moves into your sign, it really then depicts that it's the start of your next 12-month solar phase. So we've got like Jupiter and the sun kicking off, a 12-month phase, which is hopefully going to be much better than the last 12 months, okay? Now the new moon, the sun's there, the moon is also going to be in your sign. So on the 26th, you have your annual new moon. So this is a great time. It's a great time just to get your goals together. It's like, that saying, every day's a new day. Well, this month is like the start of a whole new cycle for you. So leading up to the 26th, so as we just said, it's a great time to do research and everything. Leading up to the 26th, it's a great time to get your goals out, review them. Don't put any limitations on yourself. I mean, I like to, when I first do goals, to sit down and say to myself, well, if there were no limitations, what would I do? What would be my dreams, ideals, wishes? If I had a genie here, right, sitting in front of me and I'm rubbing the genie's bowl, what would I wish for? What would I want to attract? So I always feel that's a great start for your goal. Of course, then we have compromises. Life is full of compromises. So there's give and take in everything. There's a plus and minus in everything. There's negative as a positive and a positive as a negative. So automatically that sets up that there's compromises to make. Now, how far you compromise, or where your invisible line is that you won't go by, is up to you, Leo, and up to every single individual to make those choices for themselves. So no one can make that for you, and you're such a strong leadership sign that you readily take responsibility of your own choices in life, and that's the way it should be. Okay, so we've only just covered what's in your sign. So as you can see, it's an exciting month. Now the full moon is in the middle of the month on the 12th. It's in your solar 6th house. This is going to prompt you to look at your health, well-being, your routine, how productive are you. If something is not working for you the way that you would like it to, then you get a chance to make some changes over this time. Now, the full moon can be a little bit confronting, as its energy does prompt you to make changes, and whenever there's change in your life, it does cause a certain amount of chaos, and whenever there's chaos, you know that things are changing. So it's the order, it's the cycle rather of order and chaos, and when you're too ordered for too long, then you start to stagnate. So a little bit of chaos in your life can be a good thing, and often that's what the full moon can present. All right, so let's have a look at your business area of life. That's so also in your 6th house, it's very much to do with business and work and the service that you give. And at the start of the month, on the 4th, we've got the Sun in opposition to Pluto. It's very, very intense. And the Sun at that point is in your solar 12th house. So this is going to spark your intuition. And of course, Pluto is in your 6th house, the service and the work that you put out. So this is a time where things can come together, but may not come together in the way that you envisage, but that's all okay. Sometimes what happens when things don't go to plan, there's a reason for it, and what's replaced can be better than what you thought was going to happen. So don't worry about that too much. Now, in your solar 4th house, or to do with your home and family, Mars in this area of your chart. Now, Mars is the planet of motivation, passion, really sort of gets you going, so you can make decisions in this area of your life. As I said, home, family, domestics, they're also very much self-nurturing as well. So make sure when you're there, making sure everybody else in your life is okay, Leo, that you put some time aside for yourself. Now, Saturn in this area of your chart is coming out of its retrograde transit on the 21st. So around that 3rd and that last week, things can start to, number one, become a little more stable with Saturn, but then when Mars moves in, it puts a level of urgency on things. But all in all, there's like the possibility of things settling down, being able to anchor them more, and Mercury will be out of its retrograde by then, out of its storm period. It comes out on the 1st of the month, so you can start to put things in place. So certainly for the first part of the month, you want to still be a little careful with arrangements, but after that, it's full steam ahead for you, Leo, and lots of great things happening this month. So I hope you feel inspired and optimistic, and some great things happen for you. I'm Jennifer Angel. Thanks for watching.